Hello and welcome to the English martial art. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the billhook, the adaptation for combat. The billhook's transformation from a common agricultural tool into a weapon of war was driven by necessity and ingenuity among medieval peasants and soldiers. As feudal lords conscripted peasants for military service, these conscripts often brought tools they were familiar with. The billhook, initially used for pruning and cutting vegetation, became an obvious choice due to its sturdy design and potential for adaptation. Agricultural use. Essential farming tool before its adaptation for combat. The billhook was an essential tool for farmers and foresters. Its robust curved blade was perfect for pruning, cutting shrubs and managing small trees. This made it indispensable in maintaining hedgerows, clearing the undergrowth and harvesting certain crops. Peasant militias, lacking access to formal weapons and armour, turned to modified agricultural tools. The billhook's robust construction and versatility made it a practical choice for conversion into a combat weapon. Modification. To enhance its effectiveness in combat, the agricultural billhook was modified. The blade was lengthened and reinforced to endure the rigours of battle. The hook, originally used for cutting vegetation, was sharpened to effectively snag and pull down enemies, particularly mounted opponents. Reinforced blade. The blade of the agricultural billhook was lengthened and thickened to withstand the rigours of battle. This made it more durable and capable of delivering powerful, lethal blows. The sharpened hook. The hook, originally designed for snagging and pulling vegetation, was sharpened to increase its effectiveness in combat. This adaptation allowed soldiers to catch and pull down enemies, particularly mounted knights. The blade was lengthened and thickened, making it more durable and capable of delivering powerful blows. This extension also improved its reach in combat. The handle was lengthened to create a pole weapon, providing greater reach and leverage. This adaptation allowed infantry soldiers to engage enemies from a distance, making it effective in both offensive and defensive scenarios. Various regional adaptations led to hybrid versions of the billhook, incorporating elements from other polearm like spears and axes. These hybrids offered both cutting and thrusting capabilities, making them versatile in different combat situations. Tactical use in warfare. The adapted billhook became a critical part of medieval infantry tactics. Anti-cavalry. One of the most significant advantages of the billhook was its effectiveness against cavalry. The sharpened hook could be used to catch into a knight's armour, reins or limbs, pulling them from their horse. This ability to unhorse knights was crucial as cavalry charges were a dominant force on medieval battlefields. Formation fighting. When used in large formations, billhooks could form a defensive front similar to that of pikes or halberds. This was particularly effective in repelling enemy charges and maintaining a cohesive battle line. The reach provided by the extended handle meant that soldiers could engage enemies before they came too close. The billhook's historical impact is notable both in agriculture and warfare. Adoption in armies. By the late Middle Ages, the billhook had become a common weapon in many European armies, particularly in England. Its effectiveness and ease of use made it popular among both professional soldiers and levied peasants. The billhook played a significant role in various notable conflicts, including the 100 Years' War and the Wars of the Roses. In these battles, it proved effective in both offensive and defensive roles, particularly against, as I've said before, cavalry. Symbol of peasant warfare. The use of the billhook in battle became a symbol of peasant ingenuity and resourcefulness. It demonstrated how common tools could be repurposed for warfare, reflecting the adaptability of medieval societies. At the Battle of Flodden, the English billmen played a crucial role in countering the Scottish forces, who were heavily reliant on their long pikes. The shorter length and greater versatility of the bill allowed the English to engage more effectively in close combat, once the initial charge and reach advantage of the Scottish pikes were mitigated. The English billmen, using their billhooks, were able to disrupt the Scottish pike formations. This disruption was critical in creating openings for English soldiers to break through the Scottish lines. The billhook's ability to cut and thrust made it particularly effective in the melee that followed the initial clashes. The English army was largely made up of mixed groups of longbow archers and billmen. Billmen were mainly armed with 7 to 8 foot billhooks based on hedging tools that could stab, slash and hook. The archers took the first role, engaging at distance. Then the billmen took over the main role in close combat, with the archers also later joining in the mop-up with their daggers. This was pretty much the same setup the English had been using ever since Crecy and Agincourt, but with the introduction of the billhook as the main weapon for close combat. The English billmen set on the Scots with a vengeance. Their 20-foot pikes were no use in close combat. The 8-foot English billhooks, which could slash, stab or hook, completely destroyed the Scottish force. The English were under orders to take no prisoners, and they didn't. It was a total annihilation. A psychological impact. The sight of a peasant wielding a billhook could be demoralising for the enemy. The weapon's brutal effectiveness and the determination of the peasant soldiers who used it demonstrated that even the lower classes could pose a significant threat on the battlefield. This psychological impact was amplified by the fact that the billhook was a repurposed farming tool symbolising the peasant's resilience and resourcefulness. Legacy. Enduring tool. Even after its prominence on the battlefield waned, the billhook remained an important agricultural tool. Its design continued to evolve to meet modern needs, but its fundamental shape and utility remained unchanged. Cultural significance. The billhook's dual role in agriculture and warfare left a lasting cultural legacy. It is often depicted in medieval art and literature, symbolising both the toil of the peasant and the pragmatism of the soldier. The socio-economic context. During the medieval period, most of the population consisted of peasants who worked the land. These peasants were often called upon to serve in their lord's armies during times of conflict. However, they lacked the resources to afford specialised weapons and armour. Instead, they had to rely on what was readily available, and often the very tools they used in their daily labour. The billhook, being a common agricultural implement, was naturally adapted for this purpose. The billhook's evolution from a practical farming tool to a formidable weapon of war was marked by strategic modifications that enhanced its combat utility. Its extended blade, sharpened hook, long pole and spear point made it a versatile and effective weapon, while its agricultural origins ensured it remained an essential tool long after its military use declined. This dual role highlighted the ingenuity and adaptability of medieval societies. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please like and subscribe as it helps the channel out enormously. Thank you.